uh, not live yet because I want to wait till a couple of minutes. And when it's 9 o'clock, I want to talk about the weekly recap that I want to make sure I give you the information you need to where it makes sense. Because as we go live, I'm looking at how, going live is, I'm going to be real with you. It's a lot harder than I thought because I'm trying to go live on one platform and go to another platform, and it just doesn't always want to go live for me. So it's interesting how that works out, and I'm waiting to get notification that it is live. And man, it goes live in a different way. But I'm like, okay, well, it says that we live, so I'm gonna take it that we live. Let me check something so I know I'm live. But I'm not gonna stop figuring this out because I think it's important that, as I'm figuring this, I wanna continue to play. That's important to give real time because I wanna answer questions and provide information that makes the most sense, because I think for the most of the time, we think one thing and we get in that thing, and then it's not what we think that thing is. So that's why I want to provide this live for you, because it's to make sure I have a stable connection. Ooh, so that means it's taking a minute. Is it happening? Let's see. Okay, I believe it should be working, but I don't know if it is or not, because I might just have to go about this in a different way, because I don't see this working. And that's so unfortunate, man, because I'm excited to talk to you about last week and what's been happening. I'm excited, like for real excited. All right. It says that I'm live. It says um, it is going. So I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going. Uh, so what it is too is, like I've said to you before, I'm what I've done before in my times past. I'm looking at my big screen here. I start recording from one platform, and if I go from YouTube, if I don't have good internet, it just kicks me off, and it's frustrating. And then is I'm not able to get on here for some reason. For some reason, I'm not allowed to see certain things, which is dumb. So it's frustrating because I'm trying to engage, but I'm not always able to engage. So just bear with me. I apologize, but um, I want to be able to figure this out because it's important. So let me just go ahead and get right into it, because I'm already been on here. I'm going to try to get on YouTube to figure out what is going on. And maybe I'm just doing something wrong. So I see one person's watching. I don't, oh, I think I have to go about it this way. Oh, I see the chat. So, folks, if you want to chat with me, it's should I stop my 9 to 5 business? No, this is the weekly uh entrepreneur. So here, let me just say, if you got questions, go ahead and ask any questions you got for me. I see the chat now, so I'm grateful I can see that. So it looks like I got to go through this in a different way. And welcome to being an entrepreneur, y'all. Look, that's why I started early too, because I was like, let me get any kinks out of here that I need to get kinks out. I have my video playing in the back. It looks like we're a little bit delayed, but that's okay, because I still want to be able to make sure that in case that the internet goes down, I got the recording, so it might not be live, but it's going to be recorded. So let's get right into it. So again, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll be able to see it. So I had a phenomenal week. So I'm going to tell you what was good, what went bad, what are some things I need to work on. And so for the last week, man, it was dope that one of the biggest things I walked away with, I had a client that said, you wouldn't believe, but here's where I was able to get someone to talk to me that I didn't know that they wanted to talk to me. I said it my own way, but they was this is word for word. They said, "You wouldn't believe what happened. I was in my personal life. I'm not sharing details because the client confidentiality." They said, "I in my personal life, I was at this place, this location, and someone came up to me and said, 'Do you do this type of work?' And my client said, 'Yes.'" They were like, "I didn't know that." And my client said that started to have this conversation of this business opportunity that they didn't know that they were going to have this business opportunity. And so, and for those that are joining, this is about the entrepreneur recap. And I know I talked about leaving the 9 to 5. So if you want to follow along, please feel free to put it in the comments, because we can talk about leaving the 9 to 5 job as well. Let me just put in the chat: weekly entrepreneur chat. Ask questions. All right. So my client was like, I finally understand what Nathan was talking about. Branding. Why is branding so important? Why is it important to brand? Look, every entrepreneur wants to do something that is like in their own way. They want to do it their own way. They want to do their own thing. And it's funny how, okay, I see the chat coming through here. Cool. It's funny how we as entrepreneurs, we've gone through what we've gone through, and now we are in the place of where like we know we need help, but we don't want to get the help that we even paying for because we still want to own it and do it our own way. And it was a phenomenal feeling just because marketing is hard because majority is psychological. And this is where I said these are the two things that keep people from doing the marketing that the way they should do it is fear and budget. I get budget is a fixed thing. You only got so much money, you only got so much money. But then when it comes to fear, people say, "Oh, I don't if I put it out there, I don't want to have so many clients I can't serve them." Who said that you're going to have like where did you get that from? Has that ever happened to you? So these are the things that I have to help talk people into reality. Like, who says you're going to have all these clients? Well, it happened. That happened a long time ago. Or if you think you're getting into a new segment, a new target demographic, you think all these people are just going to storm you and just blow you out the water. That's not how things work. So that's one of the greatest things that I love that keeps me going as a marketing consultant is to help people understand this is not their expertise. Their expertise is doing what they do best. And in this case, this client, they want to own it, and I totally get it, but it's not what they do best. It's like, especially in restaurants and cooks, you can tell me what worked for you, but what you do best is cook. Not even running the restaurant might be something you're good at. You might be great at it, but it might not be your specialty for right now. So just keep cooking because the dishes you're putting out are fire. So that's one of the greatest things that happened to me last week. One of the bad things that happened to me. One more other thing that worked out is I finished uh, doing the videos for the channel, y'all. It'd be tough, but I finished another website, so that was really good. Um, Going to one of the things that just wasn't good was just balancing my time, keeping a healthy balance. One of the things that we all entrepreneurs struggle with is having a healthy work-life balance. Having that healthy work-life balance is extremely difficult, and I've been working on it. This week, my kids started school, so last week I had my oldest come, and oh my gosh, it was a lot. A lot of things were happening, and let's see, I'm looking at the chats. I'm just trying to figure this out. Um, and looks like we're so good on the chat, so I don't see any question. And so when I when I had my oldest come and stay with me, there was some fights. Altogether, I have 5 kids. 5 kids were in the house, and good God, you talk about fights for breaking out. So that was a hard thing because it took away from some of the things I needed to do. I'm not mad. You just learn how to balance it. But I would like to get to the point where I'm working 25 to 30, maybe 40 hours a week. I'm not working, triple that. And it's a life that I created, but that's one of the things I'm struggling with. So, you have the good, the bad, and the ugly of entrepreneurship. The ugly part is that if I'm being honest with myself, I'm not where I want to be financially. And I'm not where I'm at financially because I've created a business that won't scale the way it should be. So that's the ugly part of being entrepreneur and being self-employed is I'm not where I want to be, and I have people I can delegate to, but I have to build out the system. And building out the system while maintaining the current system that pays the bills, it's just not ideal. So I'm working on that. That is an ugly part of my week last week was trying to blend it all. When I said the bad part is trying to have that work-life balance that wasn't working out. And the good part was sustaining for the fact that as I moved into my new fractional CMO role and serving my clients, as I'm telling them all the things that they need to do, the results are happening. And now I got to blend the working in the business to working on the business to where we can have this lifestyle of working this job I have to where I can just go kick it, chill, and do whatever. So the last thing I'll say, I'm looking at, there's no questions, is the goal of what I really want to do is put myself in the position to where I can have a business that can create other businesses. Um, that's really been one of my goals, like the whole time I've been an entrepreneur, but I haven't really focused on any of that because I thought it would come to me instead of realizing I have to build it. So that's part of creating the systems, but that is a long ways out. The good, bad, and ugly of entrepreneurship will always be there. It's just learning that not everyone is cut out for it. So I got my tribe, I got my support group, I got my peeps, I got my my friends, my besties to keep me uplifted and going. So make sure you keep them in your circle. And so this is why I wanted to give the Entrepreneur Weekly Report, the recap, because sometimes we think like, oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And I love doing this, so don't get it twisted. I love being an entrepreneur. I love being a marketing agency owner. I love doing marketing. I love being a subcontractor. I love helping my clients. But there's other parts of running a business just gets hard, and you don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to suffer by yourself. If you need help, reach out to me. Put in the comments. If you like what you see, subscribe. But if you are one of those people that say, hey, look, I need your help, hit me up. I'm here to help you in the best way I can. And so that's why I wanted to provide this time where if there are questions, please feel free to ask them. I see one person on. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I don't see any questions, and this is what it's here for. But this is where I the should I stop my 9 to 5? Man, that is not what it should be. So I'm gonna figure out these settings. So bear with me, y'all. I appreciate you. And if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. And if you go to the links in the channel page, you'll see that I have my email. So reach out to me. I wish you nothing but the best. So dream big and Godspeed. I'm out.